Good morning, good evening, good night. Most people in the UK are watching a fight right now. You know, when the boxing is on, but then my football team feels like it's in peril, feel the need to state my case. It wasn't too long ago I was in here talking, right? We're doing a whole bunch of back and forth between internationals, meaningful slash meaningless. You see that damn Wahaha that was in here telling me about international caps and how players care about international. When I was said this was a meaningless fucking friendly, a meaningless friendly. And I don't know why it is that I was using Gabriel's name. Gabriel's name. It's like I might need to stop putting that kind of energy out, but I just felt that this shit was coming. And I'm not making this up, people. I have the clip to prove it. Like it took me a while to go hunt down the clip when I was saying like Gabriel starting in a meaningless friendly when they've already qualified could be harmful to us. That I don't expect any of these fuckers to go and play international duty. Especially Gabriel. Like what they were friendlies. Where you going, bro? Brazil has already qualified. Ecuador is already qualified. So Gabriel and Capier, stay your ass in London and train, get you nutrition. Well, to be fair, they did stay in London because the game was at the Emirates. But why the hell was he playing in this Fugazi game? This Fugazi game of football, a friendly versus Senegal. You can't, and this is not the, you all know me. You know what? Let me pardon my manners. Pardon my manners. Big up to my brother Waffle Downs, probably out watching the boxing. Big up to the Latvian Gunner, Miss Melina. Listen, Miss Melina, thank you so much for that logo design. You didn't have to. I've literally changed it, and it's what I'm running with from now on. If you make another one that's better than this one, but this one was really good. I like it. Appreciate you. This might be one of your hidden talents that you didn't even know you had. Playing around with Canva. But to all, if you see the BBK Sports logo, if it looks different, it's me. It's still me. And we have Miss Melina to thank because she designed that. And that's the one that we're going to run with. So big her up every single day of the week, twice on Saturday. I said, don't panic. Don't panic. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. Don't panic. Arteta should be panicking because I'm going to lose my job. Right. So much. Big up to Miss Melina, man. Good evening to LFC Monster. Big up. You are a prophet and the power of the tongue. It's the power of predictability, Mark. This is the thing. This is the same thing everyone said about Bukayo Saka. He's being overplayed. So he breaks down. It's not rocket science that everyone else can see this stuff coming, except for the guy who is responsible for the health and welfare of these players. In the military, we call it Murphy's law. Bad shit is gonna happen. We can't. Back in the day when we were deploying, I could not tell when we would gather in front of those parents before we got on that plane to go across the water. I could not look those parents, those wives, those siblings in the eyes and say, "I'm going to bring your son or daughter back." I couldn't. I said, "We're going. It's 117 of us going. Some of us aren't coming back." I have to be straight up with them, right? That's just how it is. Accidents happen. It's combat. Shit happens. Over the course of a 38-game season, in a World Cup year, guys are going to get injured. You have to manage that. If you are Carlo Ancelotti, if you are Thomas Tuchel, you owe the clubs nothing. You get these guys for 2-3 weeks at a time. And what the responsibility, if you are Mikel Arteta or any top manager managing top players in the world, you have an innate responsibility to manage them differently. There's an added layer of responsibility with managing top players. You can't go around that. If you know that guys are going to go off for extended period of time to play for their country because they are that good, then when you have them for 38 match weeks, you have to manage those minutes. You as the Arsenal medical staff, you have to take into consideration how many minutes these guys are going to play for club and country. Gabriel came off in one of the Champions League games in the 70-something minute. He felt a knock. So there was something there. Something's been there. And it's not just him. Why is Calafiore even with the Italian squad? Why is Odegaard with the Norwegian squad when he know he... Do we not learn? Now, in the crazy smoke screen, if this is a A bastard move by Gabriel, pulling up, saying, "Man, you know what? This is a meaningless friendly. Get me off here. Smoke screen, dog hearts. I'm here for it." But I don't think that. I think he's legitimately hurt. And this is not a stretch. Arsenal Football Club. When we get back from the international break, we have 270 minutes of very important minutes of football, right? Between Tottenham, Chelsea, and Brentford. These three London derbies could really let us know what this team is really made of. Because those three run of games could see us maintain our lead at the top, or could see it vanish before December gets here. And then we find ourselves in a chase with the big blue shark. We don't want that. We damn sure don't want that. It doesn't get more fugazi than that. But Gabriel is starting, knowing damn well. Wahaha, what's up to you, bro? Yeah, I was telling you about these meaningless games and internationals. You telling me these guys want to play for what? For that. That is, you think that assist from Rodrigo is going to make Xavi Alonso play him anymore? I was telling you he shouldn't. He shouldn't have fucking played. Arteta, you Spain clown. I am fuming. Have to manage these guys' minutes. Big up to my brother Waffle Don. Waffle Don changed his logo again. The Gunners, he changed the crest. 171 billion brain cells, and Granny ain't got one to keep your ass at home. Stay your ass in London, my brother. But the game was in London, so he didn't go anywhere. But Boy 10, I'm trying to pull up Boy 10 comment and it won't come up. There it is. But I must say, I'm not fussed about the injuries. We have enough to see out results in the next 3 games, even with both Magalhães and Saliba. Brother, Gabriel and Saliba hurt versus Bayern Munich, Chelsea, and Tottenham. I don't know, man. Because here's the thing. In the Tottenham game, right? In the North London derby, we are going to have the ball. It will be a low block. The reason why Tottenham have the best road record in the league is because they play counterattack. They sit in a low block. What gives Arsenal Football Club the most problems? A low block. How does Arsenal usually unlock a low block? Set piece. Who's our set piece maestro on the receiving end of those Declan Rice deliveries, on that Declan Rice whip? Gabriel Magalhães, he's the one who unlocked Atletico Madrid. I know the game was 4-0 and everyone think we just played them off the park, but there was a 15-minute blitz. We scored all 4 goals. The game was close. Tottenham will park the bus against us and give us two blocks of 5 to unlock. Now, could we unlock them? Probably, possibly, should do. But over the next 3, no, you want these 3 runner games, you need your best center backs. Please like the stream if you haven't already. Greatly helps me out. Appreciate you. Doesn't Arteta still have one more season on his contract after this season? He's not worried about getting sacked. He does. But contract. Man United gave Ole Gunnar Solskjaer an extension right before they sacked him. You know, it happens. Matter of fact, most of the times when they announce a new contract, most of the times when clubs come out and say, we are backing the manager, he has our full support, it's usually mean they're close to the sack. Because if they wasn't, they wouldn't need to say that. And best believe, if Ruben Amorim had lost that game to Sunderland, he would have been sacked. But instead, the power of one game, the power of 3 points, they beat Sunderland. Sir Jim comes out and says, I'm giving this guy 3 years. He could not have said that if they had lost to Sunderland, because they would have been right where they were the season before and the season before that. Bottom half of the table, negative goal difference and all that. I love Murphy's Law, like the queue at the mall, that you are not and always moves faster. Brother. In the red. And the legendary Shane Gooner called this. He called it. First they call him crazy, then they call him toxic, then they understand that he wasn't wishing injuries on the players. We could just see this. There's a reason why Gabriel pulled up. I'm not sure which game. I'm not 100% sure which one of the games that he pulled up in. But this is why I was so fearful when I saw Declan Rice pull up against Palace. I was like, brother. And then the next two games, man, is playing 2 full minutes, 2 full 90s. It was against Olympiacos in the 75th minute on October 1st is when Gabriel had that little injury scare. And a month later, 90 minutes, 90 minutes, 90 minutes, 90 minutes, 60 minutes in a meaningless friendly, bam, injured, to be assessed. I've been saying Arteta should be managing the player minutes with international in mind, and he doesn't care. And I don't want to hear any slander for Carlo. I don't want to hear any slander for Tuchel, even if he starts Bukayo Saka on tomorrow or Monday, whenever they play Andoria or whoever the hell England is playing, already qualified. He can flog him if they want to. He only gets him for a limited period of time. Now, if Tuchel flogs the players on top of being flogged by their club and they break down come the end of the season, and then going into the World Cup, you have a bunch of tired, broken players, then your job will be on the line. But Thomas Tuchel don't have any allegiance to these players. Thomas Tuchel secretly has one thing in mind: win the World Cup as a German with the English team, so he can give a giant middle finger to all the English FA. But like, yeah, home of football, and it took a German to come lead you to World Cup glory. That's what he's on. A bit random. Big up England rugby team beating New Zealand at home for the 5th time in 100 years. I think Vigilante was doing a watch along for that. Him and African King. I think they were. I'm not sure, but I think they were doing a watch along for that. But yeah, beating New Zealand. Them damn Kiwis. Don't forget Villa. We play them twice in a month. Yeah, I'm on to Villa. I'm on to Villa. I'm on to Unai. Because I know Unai always does a tactical masterclass against Miguel. He is not about to do that shit he did at Anfield when he was down there playing out from the back, giving Mo Salah assist in that. Give him an empty net to kick in. Emi Martinez essentially passed the ball to Mo, moved out the way, and allowed man to kick the ball into an empty net. Imagine that. He had no business on that pitch. None. They're going to be rattled in Auckland this week. England, hey. Is that a big rivalry? I don't follow rugby, but is it one of them ones? The USA are up 1-0 on Paraguay. Another friendly. Meaningless. Big up to Gunnar SE. Hope you are good, my bro. Saliba's calm. Saliba's fit. But I think he was just saying, we have enough. Saliba's fit, played a full 90 against who they play? Ukraine, and kept a clean sheet, 4-0. Claire Olise's boyfriend was out there saucing and cooking. You think I was joking when I said I want Hincapie and Mascara against Kane? Kane, I want to show that fraud up. Who's the fraud? If the fraud is Mikel, I know what we say about Kane in the Tottenham, but that boy is no fraud. He is a bad boy. Bad boy. You can't name 3 strikers in the world before you get to him. He's walking that German league, bro. He's making that German league look too easy. He's not even trying. Man don't even need to wash his shirt after matches. He's not breaking a sweat. Men against boys. I'm not tracking the Saliba injury. Yeah, I think Saliba is fully fit. He's saying that's no excuse. Yeah, I'm with the no excuse. The no excuse express. That's what I'm on. Yeah. Biggest squad. Arteta got nowhere to hide this season. Loads. Nowhere. Lads, nowhere. There is injuries pile up, not saving him. Nothing. Win things. That's the only way to be saved. But, he's going to end up shooting himself in the foot. Not managing. This is a part of management. Now, Arteta may well be a good coach. He might have a good football brain and all this other stuff. But simple management is important. I could be the best soldier, but if I can't lead the people I'm in charge of leading, then it doesn't matter how talented they are. It doesn't matter how talented I am. You have to be able to manage minutes, manage personalities, manage family dynamics. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. You're charged with managing some of the best players in the world. You have to look out for them. But nah, it won't happen. It won't should change because the next 270 minutes of football, expect Bukayo Saka to play every single minute versus Chelsea, Tottenham, Bayern Munich. Anyone disagree? Does anyone think Saka is going to get any break over the next 3 games? Those are our next 3 fixtures, people. Tottenham, Bayern, Chelsea. Saka is playing every single minute of those. Every single one. Whether we are winning or losing 5-0, he is playing every single minute. Tell that to Arteta, every single Arteta fan, and they're making excuses already. Nah, the excuses are dead. Dead. I blame Arteta for not rotating his players properly. Facts. He's killing us, bro. Killing us. Growing injuries can be nasty because they can reoccur often. Yeah, all it takes is for you to reach. And the way Gabriel plays, he goes in for a block, overextend himself. I've had a growing injury, bro. They're rough. And they're so easily aggravated. And the position he plays, he's the last, sweeper. If he is playing gunshot, if he's playing with a mental block, thinking that he can't get there for that tackle, it's long. And then it puts more pressure on Saliba. Those two, hand in glove. Pea in a pod, yin and yang. One is not miles better than the other, but together, they are a immovable force, an immovable object, properly. But they're coming up against an unstoppable force in the Bayern Munich attack next week, a week after. And it's going to be a huge test because listen, a possibility exists that this could be some shithousery from Gabriel. He's just be like, I'm going to play an hour and I'm going to leave. But expect me to walk out against Tottenham at home to a massive cheer. That's what we want. Because we have to beat Tottenham. Tottenham would love nothing more than to end our season. That's what they would love best. Giant middle finger, not end our season, but you know what I mean. Right? Because we're 4 points ahead. We pick up no points in that game. Man City pick up 3 points, and all of a sudden, we go away to Chelsea with a chance of Man City going above us if we draw points again. Tottenham would love nothing more than that because they don't play for anything during the season. Tottenham's, whenever the season starts, Tottenham Hotspur have 2 goals in mind. The first goal is to stop Arsenal from winning anything. It's not for them to win anything themselves. Play spoiler FC. We're not going to win shit, so let's stop Arsenal from winning anything. And then their second goal is to make Champions League or make Europe. Win the dog. That's a mad one. He just cooked some Michelin star thing, brother. He has a hell of a job on his hands, but he is paid handsomely, and we expect him to perform. A pair of pricks at center back. Tim Lewis hairline at left back, and the ghost of Gunnarsar at goalkeeper. And that's even with that, we still expect silverware. Here comes another 80 plus for Saka versus Albania. I see it. Oh shit! The equalizer? Paraguay equalized. USA Paraguay. These men are celebrating hard, and it's a friendly. Yeah, I fully expect. Now, if Thomas Tuchel has any sense, it should be Jared Bowen to play, the majority of those games. And then what's the point of him being there? Don't know. If Emery beats Arteta again this season, I want Arteta sacked in the dressing room. He's there for it. Don't tell me Eubank brought 50 with him just to get slapped out the ring. He walked in with an entourage. Get it right. 93. Yep. 93 when we're winning comfortably. And that's the thing. It's not like Mikel can call Tactical Tom and say, bro, what are you doing? Right? Because Tactical Tom can give him the match summary of the Slavia Prague game when we're 3-0 up. 3-0 after 68 minutes, and Saka still plays the full 90. So what are you talking about? You flog him. You get him for 38 weeks. I barely get him. I am going to make sure that the limited time that I have him for, he does what I say. And he is in rhythm. So come June in the World Cup, he's in sync and he knows what I want from him. Because you can make the argument that Thomas Tuchel is at a disadvantage because his time is very limited. You don't get a preseason tour with these bunch for the World Cup. You get a couple of games. And if he's playing soccer 80 minutes now, a full 90 now, right? The next international break in March, when you really need to get your squad in gear, he's definitely going to be playing a full 90 then. And that's when we need Saka the most. Yes, we need him now, but we need him healthy, fit, and firing in March, April, May. It's long. And surely this has to be taken into account for Mikhail. Big up to Suge, the Suge. Yeah, listen, I'm so glad I'm on the good side of this brother here. Because normally when Suge sends in super chat to Aaron and Shane, it's accompanied with some abuse. So big up to Suge. Stay on the good side, my brother. Love for the love every single time. So, oh my days. We should have brought Kane years before he went to Bayern. Yeah, that boy's a bad boy, man. Man said Kane can go to the club in his best day jersey. It's too easy for him. He's walking it. It's so easy for him to the point where Vincent Kompany is playing him in a 10 role because Musiala is injured. He's playing him in a 10 role and playing Nico Jackson as the 9, and Kane is still banging. It's too easy for him. I swear, he can play in that league for time. I wouldn't be surprised if he played in that league until he's 40. Now, on the Shane Guna channel the other day, he and Gianni and I were talking about the career path that he could possibly go to Barcelona after this because Lewandowski is 37 and retiring. And it's essentially the same thing Lewandowski did when Bayern shut the door on him at 33. Man went to La Liga and banged and picked up, I think, 1 but not 2 La Liga titles. I don't think we win the Carling Cup. We must win that. We must. I mean, if we're not going to win it, we might as well get knocked out by Palace already. But I think we get by Palace. You know, now you're in the semis. You're 2 wins away from the first trophy of the season. Win one of the semis, and then you win at Wembley. I need that cup. I'm not going to lie. I did ask you a question in the chat, if you don't mind. Did I skip a question from AJ? Let me scroll back up real quick. Let's put it back in the chat, AJ, if I didn't see it. If I skipped it. Shit. Let's put it back in, AJ. Yeah, let's put it back in, bro. Big up to Lynch, member for 2 months. Get your round of applause, my G. Of course. Thank you kindly. Pardon me 1 second, people. I'm trying to catch the question that AJ said he asked me, but I haven't seen it. But yeah, put it back in if you don't mind, AJ. Have I ever exploded in anger before? Now, I'm very calm, bro. I'm very calm. I've exploded in frustration at watching this team play, but on the job, nah, I have to keep my cool because it's life and death type stuff, But yeah, man, I'm pretty calm, pretty calm. Big up to Terrell Gunner. Big up to you, my G. Hope you are good. Gouda SE said we will not be beating Crystal Palace in the quarters this time. They will be up for it, massively up for it. That Yermi Pino, you seen him today for Spain. When he came on, he was saucing. Big up to Suge, Tyrell, and Mark. People seem to forget that Gabriel played 4 games in a row, 90 minutes, and they will say that's unlucky. Yeah. And this is after he pulled up against Olympiacos in the 72nd minute. Like, I wasn't overreacting to I didn't want to see Declan play after the Crystal Palace game because he did the same thing. Fuck, man. I have to manage. It's not luck. It's management, player management. Manage your damn players. Big up to Lynch, man. We can't lose Gabby Inchpin because if we're being honest, even with the Arsenal bias, it's very difficult for anyone, any rival, any neutral, to name 5 center backs in the world that's better than Gabriel right now. I could argue is top 3 easily. That's a massive blow. Big up to Gary. Hope you are good. A friendly, bro. A friendly. Yeah, man. And I was trying to tell, man. I can spend less money over the same time period of a football manager and a video game board and would be on my ass saying I sure as hell win everything. Yeah, he's been given everything a manager would want, right? Your modern day manager said, hey, I want time, he's been given that. I want resources, he's been given. I want a heavy hand in recruiting, he's been given that. Now the buck is, stops. Big up to Gary. So which back four do we go for in these 3 games? Timber, Saliba, and Capia MLS, or Mascara, Saliba, and Capia, Timber at left back, in your opinion? He goes. Timber's not moving. We can get used to Timber and Benjamin White as like-for-like subs now, or cup rotation. It's going to be Timber, Saliba, Mascara, and then Capia at left back. I think that's what he's going to do. And there is the legend that is Shane. But yeah, that's people. I'll play it one more time. I did not just make this up. I was gunning for this. That I don't expect any of these fuckers to go and play international duty. Especially Gabriel. Like, what? They were friendlies. Where are you going, bro? Brazil has already qualified. Ecuador is already qualified. So Gabriel and Capia, stay your ass in London and train. That was 2 weeks ago, people. 2 weeks ago. Don't need you playing in these meaningless friendlies. Big up to Sheldon. Let me predict our season. Do good, do well. Flop here, flop there. Cuss Arteta in May. Fight the fan who disagree. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's that. 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So in less than 25 words, Sheldon just pretty much summed up 9 months of Arsenal football. Mascara, Saliba, not the same. Absolute disaster. But that's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. There will be, I think, part of me actually thinks that Skelly might play the Bayern Munich game, right? I think he might. I mean, he trusted Skelly to start in the Atletico game. And listen, Atletico are no mugs. They have attacking players. Julian Alvarez was causing all kind of problems for us. They're good. But the Bayern is, the attack is better. But all of a sudden, should Gabriel not be fit for that game? Because we don't know the extent of the injury. I don't think he's just going to do a like-for-like with Hincapié. I think he likes Hincapié at left back. Someone was saying that Hincapié is probably the future left back at the club. Let's see what Broski Shane's saying. I'm so sick of top women's blaming bad luck and schedule on these injuries. It all comes back to Bundy with his flogging. Why is it up to international managers to rest our players? Yep. Tuchel owes us nothing. Absolutely nothing. He has no elite. He has one job. For the limited time that I get these players, run a rigid formation of how I want to play come June, July. That's why Saka's playing all these minutes, because listen, flogged at the club in these United States, he's going to play heavy, heavy minutes. If Arteta was nothing, keep his job, I'm fully prepared for transfer request to rein in. I'm here for it. At some point, these players don't want their names attached to serial second-place finishes, do they? I mean, they have to have some kind of pride about them. With the Gabriel injury, is anyone expecting an injury to Eze, Saka, and Rice? I think Rice is the one that's running the red. I think Eze has a great fitness record, but to be fair, we've seen plenty of players come to this club with great fitness records, and then poof, Gyökeres, poof. I don't think Thomas Partey was that injured at Atletico Madrid either. He comes to Arsenal and just breaks down. Actually, another question: who do Rice aim for on the set plays? Yeah, Marino. Yeah, so get ready for Mikel Merino to play more minutes now. Yep, because he's the next best one in the air, aerial monster, good target man. So that's it. You know, Saliba is a big lad, but yeah, he doesn't have that. He doesn't attack the ball the way Gabriel attacks it. Yeah. So yeah, I would say Marino is the one that he would attack. And if this happens, yes, then we are really fucked. Um, brother, it's long week. Big up, man. Big up, Shane. Big up, Shane. Yeah, bad luck. I hate the word in general. Yeah, you make your own luck, innit? They say luck is where preparation meets opportunity. Uh, if we had been rotating our players and resting them against the life of Prague, I'd understand Arteta asking Tuchel to use the players sparingly. Instead, they've played every minute, and that's what I'm saying. Tuchel just needs to show him the Slavia Prague game and say, "You didn't fucking rest them. Why am I going to rest them? You know, you played them a full 90 minutes when you were up 3-0 after 38, after 68 minutes, 3-0, and you kept them on the pitch. So what are we doing?" Marino is a CBS as a Marino as a center back? Nah. No, nah, Diego. Nah. Like the way Arteta speaks of Marino, it's strike force, attacking 10. Like no Mikel Marino has pretty much no more defensive duties. And I think he actually likes being the guy that fills in and he less defensive duties. Leave the cleanup work to Declan Rice and Zubimendi, specifically Declan. Because that's where I don't think there is a better cleanup man in the Premier League since N'Golo Kante left than Declan Rice. You see that goal, the equalizer that we scored against Sunderland, when Lefebvre picked up the ball and started to dribble. It's like Declan Rice took that personal. Like, bro, do you see me here? Do you see me in the middle of the park? Are you going to try to dribble diagonally? Declan took that personal and just went and took the ball from him and nicked it off to Eze. Eze doesn't need to look around. Eze does this at Palace. Move the ball quickly to the danger. Moves it off to Marino. He lays it off to Saka, bang, equalizer. So actually, the thing with Marino, he has got a good football brain. He has a good football brain and he has tech. He's just slow. So damn slow. Big up to Diego still. Both Madueke and Eze said that they have never had such intensive training. Facts did say that. And to that way, our forward players are run into the ground. Injuries are unavoidable. I'm just going to pretend like I don't even see that because Boston always pops up with, an excuse for Mikel as if he has no blame for the players playing extra minutes. The more I prepare, the luckier I get. There it is. Preparation, opportunity. I got it. When Slot came into the medical staff, with him, they reduced our injuries by like 70% last season. He's annoyed me when fans say it's bad luck, etc. So I mean, it's only bad luck with us. Yeah. It's not bad luck or good luck when Man City, towards the business end of the season, have all their players fit. Right? Because right now you see Turkey's not getting any minutes. But watch for the next 5 to 7 games, you will see Marmoush start to rest and Turkey get a whole bunch of minutes. Pep did this with Gundogan, with KDB. The only one we can say he didn't do it was with Rodri, because he just did not trust Calvin Phillips. Didn't see him, didn't trust him. And look what happened to Rodri based on the amount of minutes that Pep played him. Like, Pep has some culpability in the ACL because he played him and he played for Spain. Heavy minutes. Heavy minutes. I've been saying all season, win the League Cup, win the Prem as well, but Arteta won't let us win the League Cup, so no trophies again incoming. Marino is a tiny player, has some neat attributes, but a bit of height, but he is not an athlete at all. That boy is slow as snail, which makes his positioning even more important. Boston, 7 points dropped in 11 games so far. Now, if I were to ask you, do you agree that the 7 points that we've dropped so far, Right, the 3 points at Anfield due to his tactical setup. The 2 points at home versus City to his tactical setup, and the 2 points away versus Sunderland because of his lack of substitution in towards the tail end of the game. Do you put those points drop down to him? Gabriel, full 90 last 3 games, pressure bust pipes. Yeah, he is a human being in it, like, bro, and intense guy, you know. Gabriel, he doesn't half-ass. He plays a full 90 at full effort. That's why the fans love him. That's why we love Big Gabby so much, because he never cheats us with his availability or with his effort. Ultimately, if we had Arteta success rate as a job, we're getting sacked. Why is it so different? And we all, brother, this is a great point. Great point. I don't care for Arteta. I'm just tired of people predicting who goes down next. I don't know, Boston, because I've seen you in the spaces, brother. I've seen you in the catch up. I want to say never a foul. Like, I've seen you in the spaces. And you say you don't, for someone that you don't care for, you damn sure defend him a whole lot. But I appreciate you checking in still. But the thing is, if we can predict that Saka was gonna go down because he was being overplayed, and he went down because he was being overplayed. If we can sit here last week and say guys are going to get injured on international duty, and they get injured at international, it's not predicted. It's forecasting, right? It's like you can see it. That we're sports people. We're active. Had a load of injuries, like sometimes overload, right? Like you drive your car for 40,000 miles, the tires would get bald, my friend. If I keep mine parked, the tires stay brand new. Putting a hell of a lot of miles on these guys when games are already won. For some reason, Arteta was determined to bring the Sociedad midfield to Arsenal. We have it. The only one that's missing is the striker, Isak. We have considering he won't use his squad despite give 43 players that whole new squad plus 18 extra players. 43 players is a lot of fucking players, you know. Maybe Gabriel is a bit injury prone too. Disaster regardless. Nah, Gabriel's been pretty stout. Could City approach the game versus Arsenal differently? Are you talking about the one in April? Mm-hmm. Real question: why Mikel does not rotate even with our big squad? What's the issue here? Either he doesn't trust the squad that he's built, or he doesn't care. He's like, this is the way I'm going to play. This is the way I'm going to win. Because a lot of times we hear him reference. He uses, well, Leo Messi has played every single game since he was this age. And that's true. Leo Messi has played a whole lot of minutes. But I want you guys to go and listen to some of the people who've played with Messi. Go listen to some of the people who've played against Messi. And just go watch the games, and you will see how they play. They got 9 outfield players, and they play for him. They pass the ball around all in an attempt to get it to him. Messi wasn't in his own half chasing out people and doing defending. He saved his energy going that way. Saka isn't doing any of that. He's on the wing, up, down, up, down, up, down. We don't play through him. Like, so many players can't be getting injured and he's just absolved of all blame. He just can't. I'm going to say that the FA Cup was the worst thing that happened to this club in modern history, because Chelsea beat us. He actually gets sacked the moment before he bought top 4 to Spurs. Hey. But that's the thing, though. You know what confuses me about the FA Cup, AJ? Because the staunch defenders of him rarely bring it up. Because for them to bring up the FA Cup, they have to go back 5 years. And 5 going on 6 years is not a good look. They don't want to go back that far, because then it reinforces the point that he's been here too long and haven't won enough. So they try to avoid talking about the FA Cup, except when they have to throw it in there to try to validate that he can't actually win something. The narrative they're running now, you would think he started coaching the team in 2022, 2023, and just immediately started challenging for league titles. That's the way they're spinning. More facts. Arteta is a user and abuser. He uses players when it's convenient for him and when back against the wall, but afterwards he ditches them like trash, mostly MLS, Ethan, ESR, even Trussard up to the latest. Yeah. Yep, even Eddie. Remember that 4-1 versus Chelsea? When everyone was out with COVID and that. And he had to play the kids. And they actually went and did the business. Arteta went to Sociedad for Isak. Isak wasn't there. Man said, I'm spending the money anyway. Give it this, give it that. Man went on a shopping spree, a shopping spree in the Spanish. Oh my days! But you know, it's annoying, man. It's annoying because we saw this shit coming. It's kind of like those damn that person on your job, so for us, it's usually like these dumb lieutenants that we get. Right? We usually get these lieutenants that do a whole bunch of West Point, and they come to the field and they overlook experience because they went to West Point and have all this fancy training, right, at the military academy, and then they come with these grand tooth fairy ideas, and the experience of you as an experienced field soldier say, sir, ma'am, that is not going to work. That is the stupidest shit I've ever heard. And then you tell them, but because they are in charge, they do what they're going to do anyway, and you can see the car crash coming from a mile away, and you let them fall on their fucking face, and then you say, sir, ma'am, I told you that this wouldn't work. Now, the ones that are humble and take a step back and let their platoon sergeants lead and take their platoon sergeants' advice, those ones actually becomes successful, go on to be colonels and generals. The ones that double down and want to be wrong and strong end up getting relieved because they get people killed, get property damage, lost, and all kind of shit. They don't listen. There is just so much you can see it from a mile away. Like it's actually more annoying that we can see it from so far, and he is so close to these players. It's just injury. How do you have the biggest squad and now you're picking up the most injuries? Arteta sexual DJs went from spinning, fixed bench squad, best squad depth, league, world. Records to injuries are spoiling Mikel's ascension to divinity. It's a span of how many months? Brother, I don't think I could articulate that any better. Mikel Arteta, he made them better. Yes. He injured them better. He made them better. Yeah, but now everyone is sitting here on eggshells waiting for the Fabrizio tweet, waiting for the club spokesman to say, hey, it's not as serious as we thought. You see the headline coming soon, right? Injury boost for Arsenal. Not as bad as they initially thought about Gabriel. But until then, I am going to be worried. You do not lose one of the world's best center backs and not be concerned as a fan base when you're going for a league title. Semper Fi, big up to you, Boston. Happy 250th birthday. If you were, I don't know. I don't. You don't frequent these spaces, so I don't know if you're you're a blood-strapped Marine. But if you are, thank you for your service and big up to you. Big up to Dr. Seymour Butts. The Arteta supporting Arsenal fans are quiet now and don't know any good Arsenal before this. So the standard is fear-based. Positive Dance said post-Calafiori injuries can save him again for this season. Did he really? Did he really say that? Not looking good, bro. KJ. It's not looking good. It's not. But I don't. As the Fabrizio tweet come out, I don't think they'll do a scan. I'll tell you what, they played at the Emirates, right? So he probably has gotten looked at. The game was in London. It's not like they travel. But I think Brazil travel for their next game to somewhere in Europe. I think they play somewhere in France the next game, he better not fucking go. Like he better stay his ass in London. Brother. The Brazil Federation don't pay you 200 bags a week. We need to protect our investment. Helen Keller could have seen the slow-moving car crash coming from light years away, bro. It's crazy. Everyone can see it, except for the person that can prevent it. It's kind of wild if you think about it. If you've been Arsenal fans only for 8-9 years, you've only seen Emery and Arteta. Yeah, and these are the men who have the most to say, Have the most to say and tell people who have spent. I don't even want to say how much I have spent supporting this club over the years because my wife might be watching this. And if I say it, she might go book an expensive dinner tonight. Be like, if you can spend that shit on Arsenal, you can spend it on. Yeah. Yep. Versus in Lille. So yeah, he better stay his ass. He has no business being there, bro. None of that. Stay right where you are. All these injuries that we have are not from like a bad challenge. It's always the play itself. Yeah, muscular. Like if you look at the Benjamin White injury for the longest, it was never this, it was never that. It was physical discomfort, which is dubious at best and very, very worrying. Because physical discomfort, that means they don't know what the fuck it is. Something hurts really bad. It's not a twisted ankle. It's not a broken bone. It's not something that's surgically repaired. It's the same thing with Yuck now. Physical discomfort. I'm not going to pretend that I'm not worried. I am worried about Big Gabby. Yeah, right. But because she knows, right? She knows that I used to go between 08 and 2016, home and away game. It's $1,400 a pop, right, for each trip. That's just, but the other shit that I used to buy, all the merch and shit, man. Yeah, yeah, filet mignon and that. Yeah. Where's the accountability for Mikhail Loebling? Oh my days. I'm going to say Renee Slagers has 9 major injuries and she's not making excuses whatsoever. Yeah, man, we can't. But the next 270 minutes, right? The next 3 games, I'm saying it now, and most of us know that it's going to happen. Saka is playing all of those minutes, plus the stoppage. And Saka's he's playing who England has next. England plays tomorrow, yeah? I'm pretty sure England plays tomorrow against some Fugazi team that they're probably going to beat, whether they say Albania. England plays Albania tomorrow in Albania. Yep, and I'm looking at FootMob's projected lineup, and Saka is projected to start. Like, is Jared Bowen just there for numbers? Like, does he not need reps with the first team or guys that are going to be on the pitch with him? Like, what are we doing? But he is projected to start. Eze is projected to start. But I see rotation for other men. Matter of fact, Declan, Eze, and Saka are projected to start tomorrow. Physical discomfort is when the player said so. Medical team can't confirm or deny. The player don't want to play. You can't tell me. So this right here, physical discomfort, and don't go fucking play. Don't go. Dark arts all the way. Apparently yesterday when Brazil had a last training session before the Senegal game, Gabriel was already training separately. Do all this now for meaningless friendlies and then hurt yourself and can't go play when it really matters. Make that make sense. So they were cheering for you in London in November, but in June and July of next year, when they actually need you in Giant Stadium to win a World Cup, you're fucking at home because you're injured playing with just waste minutes. This guy here, man. That's the Saka and Rice, bro. Saka and Rice needs 180 minutes of rest. Yeah. Look, KJ. Hey, KJ, just do me a favor, right? Just do me a favor real quick. Hold your phone up to your ear and just lean in for a little bit. You get a slap. You get a slap for that, my bro. Because I don't, nah, bro. Saka is on a surgically repaired hamstring and another bad hamstring that he hurt this year, and he's out here doing that. Nah, brother. You start Jared Bowen in that game. Saka shouldn't be lining up for England again until March when they're doing, the final tunes to get the squad ready for the World Cup. And even then, I'm going to be worried about it because we need Saka then badly for the title run-in. Should we be there? And at this rate, if we keep picking up injuries, shit, there will be no title race. I tell you what, Virgil needs minutes for the Dutch. Yeah, him and Dumfries and Gakpo. Matter of fact, Gakpo, Gravenberg, and Van Dijk all need to play every single minute for the Dutch. Because guess what? They didn't make the last World Cup that did this, so they need to qualify for this one. England's already qualified, so the Dutch need that. How long the Arteta sexuals should? Yep. That German man has no allegiance to any of us, any of our clubs. Italy, Norway tomorrow could have seen the spinning. Men are injured. Odegaard shouldn't be with the Norway squad. Calafiori should be nowhere near that. So I'm fully expecting Nkapia or Skelly to start at left back for us in the North London derby. And if Gabriel is actually injured to the point where you need to give him some rest, please, Mikhail, rest him. Don't risk him and flog him some more, because you see that Carlo is not going to do it. He's Brazil's best center back now, so he's going to play if he declares himself fit. Protect him from himself, please. I just like to see good players for England, that's all. I mean, what about the Dutch? You don't like to see the good players play for the Dutch? Did he get knocked out? Did he get knocked out, people? I don't have the fight on. I have the USA Paraguay going in the background. Rest Foden, play Eze in the 10 too. This guy, man. Yeah. So, and I was seeing this, and I didn't even like it, bro. I seeing Timber playing center back, and he had Dumfries at right back, and he had Van der Ven at left back. But I think he left unscathed, so I can't take any risks with Timber right now. If Gabriel is going to be down and out, we need Timber. Because maybe even Timber. Maybe Timber is playing right side center back for the Dutch. He's played center back. He's very experienced. He's experienced there. If Mikhail really wants to tinker, he can bring Benjamin White back in and play Timber at center back. Who knows? He has an agenda. He's playing soccer on purpose, Rice and Eze, so Arteta fails so he can take his job. The conspiracy reach. Knocked down in the 12th. He went 12. Damn. I thought he would have got knocked out in the 10th. Time ran out. He did absolutely nothing, though. Okay, damn. I'm going to go catch the highlights later. Timber VVD is their starting back three. What a last round from Ben. Nah, man, you might make me want to put that shit on, It's over now anyway. But I don't know. If it might sound like I'm overreacting to the Gabriel thing. If it does, I am. Yep, I'll own it. I'll overreact to it. If I'm a scale of 1 to 10, 0, 10, how concerned are you about the Gabriel injury? 10. Fully. Muscular injuries, the run of games that we have, nasty November, like my brother Waffle Don calls it. Nasty run of fixtures. You got Harry Kane coming to the carpet. It's a massive test. Most teams, whenever Richarlison Um, I'm pretty sure that Gabriel roughs up Richarlison in training. So when Thomas Frank racks up with Richarlison and he sees Gabriel, he knows he's not getting any change out of Gabriel. Yeah, 0.1, nothing there, right? But when Harry Kane turns up and he sees Gabriel, he knows he's in for a match. Yeah. Liam Delap, not really worried. I don't think he is anything that we should lose sleep over. So Gabriel and Saliba partnership can be physically imposing. And to a young striker like Delap, I don't want to give him a sniff whatsoever. We go up to Suj again, said the manager. A manager is to win with the best available squad. As an international manager, if a player plays every week for a club, he's going to get picked. An international manager will risk his job for a club. Yeah. Thomas Tuchel has one. He's the allegiance sister FA. It's not to a club. Okay. I'm gonna definitely go watch this fight. It was a massacre. What a work. What a work. Oh, 50 performed. Okay. It's also good to be a precursor for a worse injury. It could also be a precursor for a worse injury later in the season if this donut in the hole doesn't manage him right. Yeah, I mean, and at some point, and we can put some onus on Gabriel and be like, bro, if you're injured, don't let the manager rush you back. Take time to fully heal. Maybe we can get through because we don't need to win the Bayern game, now do we? Yeah. So we can afford to draw the Bayern game, but the Chelsea game and the Tottenham game, we must win. I do not want to see City go above us over the next 3 weeks, because then that's the psychological blow of knowing that you won 10 games in a row in all comps, you kept 8 clean sheets, you won 5 Premier League games in a row, and then bang, it goes. And meanwhile, Man City is doing this without Rodri. Long. Rather overreact to the injury and it not be serious than underreact. Yeah, and being serious, to be fair. Yeah, I don't want it. Because I know you, man, will be, biting your nails if Virgil goes down in the next Dutch fixture. Then all of a sudden, the Liverpool faithful, Liverpool nation will be looking at the clock, trying to speed it up to get to January so they can get Gahey. Because that would be that's the equivalent, right? We losing Gabriel is tantamount to Liverpool losing Van Dijk. That's your best defender, your best center back, the anchor of your defense. Now, I'm sure Gomez can come in and do a job, but you want Virgil. Latvian Guna said, "Nah, I don't want to draw the Bayern game. Win. Enough of this safety net BS. Win the damn game, no excuses." But we're not gonna go through the group phase winning all the games. I don't even think Inter ran the table and got 24 points last year. Or did Liverpool get 24 points last year in the group phase? Don't remember if they did or not. But the league phase, I don't want us to try to win all those games per se and then burn out and do the 73-10 thing with the Golden State Warriors and then not win the damn title. No, you get to 16 points. There's no seeding. Top 8. Right? So credit to the boys for slapping up Atletico Madrid. Credit to them for getting the job done at Prague. That puts you in a position that even if you draw this game, you're still comfortably in the top 4 of the spaces. So you'd crash out. Why do people not question the fact that we have much injuries that season, that soon in the season? 7 players down after 2 months. But the narrative that's being run now is injury boost. Guys coming back. Okay, guys coming back. But the guys that are coming back are essentially fringe players. Like, let's be honest, we haven't missed Odegaard. We haven't missed Havertz. Gabriel Jesus. Who the fuck is that? Haven't missed him. Nani. Have we missed Nani? If Nani was here and probably playing well, he probably would have gotten selected for England. So that probably could have given Saka a break. Fair. But we don't miss those, man. If Gabriel goes down for 2-3 months, we will miss the shit out of him. If VVD went down as things stand without Leone, it would be finito. It'd be, brother. The Bayern is one of those I want to win. Sick of them schooling us. I hear it. I hear it. But we beat Bayern, especially if we beat Bayern and keep a clean sheet. You know what's gonna happen, Latvian. You know what's gonna happen with the chest and the build up for the crash out. 21 out of 24, fair. Hey, 49 for my GOAT last night. Yeah, I saw that, but I also saw your boy Draymond got dunked on by Wemby and taunted. Draymond is 6'9" and was looking up like he was looking at his dad. I know you saw that. Listen, that damn Wemby, in 2 years, scary times. Scary, scary times. But Steph carried you last night. Man, that guy, man. The game is going to miss him. Like now, most basketball fans can't wait for LeBron to retire. Like, bro, just go. Go with your flopping and your like people are actually going to shed tears when this Steph Curry brother actually leaves the league. At 37 years old last night, bro, he was. I'm not expecting a win against Bayern. I don't think we lose. But this is a massive test. And I told my bro Waffle Down and KP that this is when the clean sheet thing was still spinning and still running. I said, if we keep a clean sheet and beat Bayern, chest. And I won't go as far as Boy 10 chest, but I will have chest, especially if we do that without Gabriel. If we out here with our second unit collecting clean sheets against the best attack in Europe, that's something worth applauding. So as much as I'll come here and I'll crash it on Arteta for overplaying the players and getting them injured, I will give him credit if we manage to keep clean sheet and beat Bayern. That would be something, because the praise, if I didn't big him up for that, then it kind of invalidates the criticism, innit? We still don't have confirmation these players are getting fed wins. Leftover kibble. If we could win, to be fair, we win. Haven't seen it in a while. Yeah, I think we can beat Bayern, but I don't think Bayern is going to come to the Emirates and put 3-4 past us. And I think we will contain their attack, so to speak, because like we have this ability to control games, make it boring, make it nasty. Bayern are much more free flowing. Want to get out and do things. Olise, Gnabry, Kane. I hope they start Nico Jackson in that game, because then if they play Kane in the 10 and play Nico Jackson in the 10, I think we could do something, even with a fully fit squad. Another thing, if the squad was fully fit, then it gives Mikhail a headache. I don't know maybe he don't even want that, because a fully fit squad, he might pick the wrong lineup. Sometimes when the squad is injured, it kind of picks the lineup for him. Yeah, their attack is looking mad. Can't wait for that Bayern game. Now, when that Bayern game ends and the final whistle blows, and then Arsenal fans and all the content creators come out, I want to be starting that stream something along the lines of, "Oh shit, didn't see that coming. Big up to the boys." Or I'm playing the music and I got my soundboard active, and I'm like, "Yeah, we blame Bayern," but it could be a tricky one. It's the toughest game so far. Yep, it's the toughest Champions League fixture so far. And I want to say, looking back at it, it's probably going to be tougher than the game away at Anfield. And even the City game. It might be the biggest game of our season so far, the toughest test. That attack is just blistering right now. Didn't watch, bro? I'm going to send you the clip. If we beat Bayern, Top Gooners would invent another fake cringy stat-based trophy that we beat Bayern Cup. Yeah, Moments FC in it. Cooking in Kobe's. I'll be down to do a Heat Knicks watch along. Hey, we beat them what? We played 2 nights ago? 2 or 3 nights ago? What was it last night? Yeah, NBA Cup. But should we meet in the playoffs? We're there. Wow, boy, I see that comment, but you're wild, Bro, they are not French players. Stop lying to yourself. We're stronger with our captain. Who the hell's been missing Odegaard? Anybody? Who's been shitting their pants that Odegaard has not been here? Who panicked when Odegaard went down? The games that he actually went off the pitch versus Forest and Leeds, we actually played better. Havertz is better than Gyökeres. Better at what? These was our guys last season. Yeah. And I saw our guys get punched up 4-0 to Newcastle in the EFL Cup semi-final. Havertz is a French player, bro. That's why Chelsea won the Champions League with him and couldn't wait to sell him. What are you talking about? You ain't got to like it. Don't mean I'm lying. Like what top team in Europe does Havertz start for? She may have been set up. Though Gabriel, we're getting pumped a minimum 4-0. Nah, we're not conceding 4 goals. One thing Mikhail will not allow. He will not allow to concede 4-0. Nah. When's the last time we conceded 4? I have to chat GPT that one. It's been a minute. I'd rather play Barca than Bayern. Yeah, I agree with that. Because the way I actually think Chelsea are going to beat Barca. Because they don't defend, bro. Like the defending in the fucking Bundesliga isn't great, but it's better than that shit in La Liga, bro. The way Club Brugge was, every time I looked up, Club Brugge was 1-on-1 with on the Spanish defense with Szczesny. It was better. I'm sure you did. Yeah, Mikhail misses him because this is captain. But he's been shit for 18 months. So no one panicked when he went down. French player. You ain't got to agree. That's my opinion. If only the manager that we all hate and the rivals that we don't like were the only people who are glad, who missed that Odegaard wasn't playing. The lasting image of our damn captain getting bodied by Mateta and getting lobbed at home versus Crystal Palace. I don't know what you think Odegaard is, but I'm panicking now that he's coming back, to be fair. Because it usually meant Arsenal will start playing better. Yeah, when he leaves the damn pitch. Big up the Lion Tex, man. Big up the Lynch. The need to huddle business. Need to handle business in the derby first, man. We have to win that. We must win. We can't let Tottenham put any nails in our proverbial coffin. Yeah, man. Big up to you, revolutionary potential. 4-1 City. That's the last time we conceded 4. So that was 2023? Yeah, that was the Rob Holding game. Remember our last FA Cup total disaster. That German donkey missed a couple of open goals. They couldn't score a pen. Jesus got an injury that is still out to this day. Yep, punched up. Yeah, we're not conceding 4, man. I don't see us conceding 4. If we concede 4, meltdown. Meltdown. Absolute meltdown. Donkey got balled up, no lie, because of that shameful dive. He does dive. He does dive. And this is the thing. This is what I've always said about Havertz. He is useful in this capacity. The preseason game, when we were up 2-0, when Gyökeres scored the header, He comes on. He picks up the ball from the halfway line and makes his mind up that he's going to score. You see that contact that he felt in that game. The old Kai Havertz, or the Kai Havertz without Gyökeres threatening his job, dives. But he absorbed that contact and he scored. Because the game, we're 2-0 and we're flying high. But let that have been 1-1 for the winner or 0-0. Pressurized moment. And see if he doesn't fuck it. Yep. 2020, what's that? November of 2021, the last. Yeah, the City 4-1 was, the Rob Holding game was in 2023. So, yeah, I think that was more recent than this one. Yes, panic in the merchandise working group. Their star fashion mannequins are all injured. Yep, the Bob Balding game. I didn't say we missed Odegaard, but he wasn't a bench player. Fringe is Wanieri, someone that's not first pick. If I can name 2 players in the current team that's better in your position than you are, then you're a fringe player. Because most people knows that Odegaard is that Eze is a better creative player than Odegaard. And the manager, it's a manager's decision that doesn't pick Wanieri. So, for example, when Saliba wasn't being picked for Deschamps because he was playing Upamecano and Ibu Konate, was Saliba a French player because the manager wasn't picking him? Or Harry Maguire, the starting center back for England, can the manager? See, manager's preference doesn't diminish a player's quality. We know what Odegaard is when he steps on the pitch with our own eyes, right? We've seen him scared to shoot. We call him pillow foot. We see him get barged off the ball a whole bunch of times. We see him make that suicide back pass away at the City ground that clinched the title for City in the first failed title charge. Like, I know he comes back and plays a good game against Olympiacos. Was it Olympiacos? The Champions League game, and then the cameo at Newcastle. And everyone just seems to forget that he gave us 18 months of pure shit. Remember Havertz in that skills games against the MLS. Brother. Chelsea fans were doing woke up at like 3 a.m. to do compilations and was tagging me in it. You know, but I mean, no one has claimed this spot as their own since the Odegaard injury. He walks back in. Yeah, he walks back in because he is the manager's favorite. That's what he is. He does. The only person that wants Odegaard to succeed more than us, because I do want him to succeed. If Odegaard is doing well, then we're winning. But the only person that wants Odegaard to succeed more than we do is Mikel, because Mikel wants to win with his captain, so he can give a giant middle finger to Tony Adams and everyone who questioned him making Odegaard his captain. And if you are Mikel Arteta, do you really want Eze to do well? Because if Eze does well, that puts you in a bind. That's why as soon as we scored away at Fulham, Eze got hooked. So now he can protect his 3 points and he can take Eze out. Because now Fulham about to open up and now Eze is going to actually have space to cook in. Yeah. And I see a lot of slander going on around for Eze, Rashid, Arsenal Revolution TV. We need to talk. See a lot of slander going on for Eze. Right? So here's the thing. Eze doesn't score against Crystal Palace. And Eze don't come on to equalize, to set up the equalizer versus Man City. That is 4 points drop. How many points are we above City right now? 4 fucking points. So without Eze, we are not top of the league. The guy that's being scapegoated. The guy that's apparently not doing well. Without him, we are second in November. And without us being second, we are not chasing down Man City. So I'm dead in that. Don't want to hear it. We seen Eze's quality just yesterday. Was it yesterday? That finish. That's what he has. That's the quality he has. But he can't do that because if he kicks that over the bar in an Arsenal shirt, Mikel is onto him. He is going to do whatever the hell Mikel says to make sure that he plays. Because if Thomas Tuchel does not pick him, if he doesn't do what Arteta says, he doesn't play. He doesn't play. Tuchel ain't picking him. Tuchel already said it in his press conference. He's picking O'Reilly over Skelly because O'Reilly is playing. It's a World Cup year. Eze wants to play football. So if he needs to do the robotic thing and looks like a shell of himself, doesn't look like the England Eze, doesn't look like the Crystal Palace Eze, he will do that, especially when we're winning games and keeping clean sheet. But I don't want to hear any slander for Eze. None. Matter of fact, he was him that set up the damn goal for us to score against Brighton. He was the one who gave that glide away from the defender, gave the ball to Marino for that back heel. He scored against Port Vale, the 2-0. To open the scoring, to put us ahead. We didn't score for another 80-something minutes in that game. This idea that Eze's been poor, fuckery. People who don't want to have this uncomfortable conversation that he's been the worst attacking mid in the Emirates era, barring Fabio, and I'm forgetting someone worse. If the manager doesn't prick you, you are fringe. Find another word. Now it's semantics, isn't it? But you know what the fuck I mean. But for tomato, you know what I mean, bro. I'm not an English major. But if you get the point, don't mince my words. Big up to Boston. I didn't even know you were still here, brother. Still better than Smith Rowe. I don't know, man. See, Odegaard is elegant on the ball. He's touched and he's. But do not let these men pretend that they don't yell at the fucking TV every time Odegaard is playing. Shoot, because he gets in the good positions, and the boy can hit the ball. Remember the first title charge away at Newcastle, low and hard in the far corner, beats Nick Pope. Away at Tottenham, low and hard, beats Hugo Lloris. He can hit the ball. The final game at the season at Anfield, Alisson, the best goalkeeper in the world. Odegaard hits the shot. Alisson can't deal with it. He spills it. Mikel Merino scores and we equalize. He's a frustrating player. Odegaard is. Eze is doing what he's supposed to do, to be honest. One of the attackers are playing that well at the moment. None of the attackers are playing that well at the moment. So if there's any criticism, people need to spread it out. He is going to do what the manager tells him because he knows that he will not play. That's what it comes down to. Right? Because the minute he goes to England and gets some freedom, look what he did. Brilliant finish. The finish was so good, people are trying to credit Phil Foden with like it's some kind of magical pass. It was a 10-yard regular pass, man. Just put that where it belongs. Top corner. That's quality. You can't coach that. Yeah, man, big up Sheldon, man. Big up yourself, brother. You know? I hope no one thinks we're fucking arguing. I relish the conversation, my bro. The Eze Gyökeres slander is wild from some folks that's been doing it all for 29 pillow foot and MA. That right there is an agenda. Yeah, brother. Take off the outlet at Sunderland to bring on a defender. Imagine Eze is still on the pitch, or you bring on Ethan, or you bring on Skelly. The ball lands to Calafiori or someone. They play it to Eze, they play it to Ethan, or they play it to Skelly. They can hold the ball. The team can move up the pitch. We can possess the ball and take this thing out of the game. No outlet on the pitch, just hoof it. The keeper was on the halfway line. Back in the box. Back in the box. Odegaard had 2 to 3 good shots against PSG as well when Donnarumma made wild sways. Shoot. Where we beg him to shoot. The whole stadium. Shoot. But he's doing the take, the scoop, because he wants to set his teammates up. And I get it. But bro, sometimes you need to be set. If you are playing in a cam, you have to, man. You have to. He finds himself in some great positions sometimes, and you just, bro, have a go. Do a Trossard. Right? Trossard wasn't looking for a pass. You see when Trossard put us ahead in the Sunderland game. Imagine Odegaard in that same position on the other side of the pitch. He's not taking that shot. He's trying to dink it over for Saka, trying to play someone through. Trossard is I'm a killer. I'm going to have a shot. Save it. Dang, you can't coach that. Individual brilliance. You have the quality. Use it. I will say again, Pedri has a 130-pound release clause. See, and this is the thing. I don't think we're going to make any of these any of these massive matches purchases. This Napoli guy that we just signed is going to be here to do some scouting to go find a Caicedo before he turns into that. Go find a McAllister before he turns into that. Some young players scouting. And where did he play and score for England? Off the left, right? Where does he play for Palace? Okay, so who's responsible for playing where he's best at? My point is he's not just gonna take himself out there. The manager determines the formation. Hey, you're playing here. Occupy this space. The Gyökeres thing, I can't get my head around. We've been crying out for anyone up front. Now that we got, he isn't good enough. It's just instant gratification, isn't it? Like Gyökeres was supposed to come and hit the ground running and be doing Holland thing. Because you remember when 2-3 games in the season, Nick Waltamade scored a bunch of goals, and all of a sudden the Newcastle fans just he's better than Isak. Like I had this conversation with D-Man TV the other day when man was saying something crazy. Man is saying Waltamade is better than Isak because he's scoring more goals and he's doing that, right? Thiago is better than Saliba. Tonali is better than every midfielder in the world. So I'm like, brother, why are you 2 points above relegation? If you have one of the best defenders, best midfielders, and one of the best strikers, that's your spine. Why are you 2 points above relegation? You can tell Eze under some serious instructions from Coney. That's not how Eze plays. Yeah, the Crystal Palace Eze, the English, it's not there. He is doing what he serious instructions, my brother. But people will blame Eze. They don't blame the boy is going to showcase his talent whenever he gets a chance. And that's what he did. You know? But the thing is, this is how you know it's an agenda. Whenever Mikel Merino does things for Spain, they'll say, look what Mikel did. He unlocked him. That's why he's doing that for Spain. Okay, so you see what Eze is doing for England. You saw what he did for Crystal Palace. So make him do that for us. Let him play football. You can hear shoot all the way from the moons of Jupiter. Everyone saying, brother, hit the damn ball. Imagine we win absolutely nothing this season. So every single one of us, even though we're hopeful that we break the curse, every single one of us is saving that bit, that bit of whatever we have, energy or whatever it is, whatever you want to call it. I got to watch out for words because this damn Sheldon is the damn word police. But we're saving that little bit of oomph just for that scenario. I don't think that will happen. I do think we win something. Yeah. I think we win something. Whether it's good enough or enough to justify the price tag and the hype or whatever, but I think we do win something. I do not want to imagine that at all, Lynch. Score a goal in the Premier League is what is expected. It's really wild. It's because he proved himself to a brick. Get your head around that. Ivan Toney wants back in the Prem in January. We must. What's the why behind that, though? Is he not enjoying life in Saudi, or has he made enough money, or did he stay there long enough to fulfill the tax-free obligations? Because we had this. You go certain places, the money is tax-free, but there's a stipulation where you have to stay a certain length of time. Is it that he's hit that threshold? Okay, I got my 400 bags. I got my 40 million, however many millions. I'm good. Generational shit, secure, blah, blah, blah. Now I want to go back to the Prem. Or what is it? I haven't really investigated it. Why Sir Tony wants to return to the Premier League that he was so eager to leave. Big up to Hendo. Just back home after an evening out for dinner. Well, man, I hope you had a good time. Hope you had some filet mignon. Odegaard best season, 15 goals, 11 assists when he got inside 25 yards or would pass or let it go. Yeah, the first title charge. But we have the best squad in the Premier League. Hey, Hendo, hey, we know, bro, because he wants to make the England World Cup squad as a third striker behind Harry Kane and Ollie Watkins. Okay, fair. It's an agenda. It's double talking. Odegaard is shit, but Eze is under serious instruction. Look how the energy changed. But we know that Eze has more quality than Odegaard. What are we doing? You put Odegaard in that Crystal Palace team, you think they win the FA Cup? What are we doing? Whatever happens, Arsenal wins a major, Arteta sacked. It's a win-win situation. So I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy, Boston. He wins, he stays for me. So that's when I say I don't have an agenda. My allegiance is to the club. So if he wins, he stays. G Star say World Cup Gaza. Big up to you, bro. The only way we get Tony and Janice Arteta is not the manager at the point. Yeah, because I remember when we were linked with him, it was his attitude. His attitude. I don't think someone who scores that many goals is a brick. Give him time and he will be important for us. Boston, there is still a loss this season. Wins the cup and only gets second, and he gets next season. Not good enough. Odegaard isn't shit. It's just the way that Arteta uses him. Hit the ground running or fuck off. You know? So, well, if we're going to say hit the ground running or to fuck off the yuck, you know, Arteta's been crawling on the ground for 5 years. So he should have been fucked off. You know, so I don't think the top goodness would subscribe to that type of energy. Yeah, leave the Ever Richie alone, man. Let the boy cook. Because we've all seen the reports, right? We've seen them. That remember this one. That the business was complete. The club's business was done. That means Arteta didn't want him. And if you're not looking at the screen right now, I have the report from AFTV Media. Andrea Berta pushed for the signings of Eze and Nketiah despite the club's summer business being considered done. Translation, Arteta had what he wanted. He had Odegaard as his guy, as his chief creator. No plans for Eze. Didn't want him. So what do you do with a player who you didn't really want? You use him at will. Yeah, not a priority. You know, like that. Cool, calm, whatever. But those are the facts of the situation, people. But I think I finally made it through the end of the comments. That was good. That was good, people. Big up, man. Big up to every single one of you. I am going to go check out this fight because I want to see what it's about. I want to see man get punched up for 12 rounds and get knocked down. We all know damn well if Emery actually won the Europa League, but then didn't win for the next 3 years, he was gone. So why was that FA Cup given it? Because they didn't like Emery. They liked this guy. They blamed Emery's accent, his communication skills. There was no attachment. You know, North London forever wasn't a thing. Emirates was toxic, blah, blah, blah. But somehow the squad was good enough to win an FA Cup. That squad was 6 months removed from a final. But one will tell you the club was still, the squad was shit. That squad had a Golden Boot winner in it. AFTV Media. You know they can't publish nothing at the club without they run it by the club first. You know, you think Don Robbie is trying to fuck up his preseason sponsored trip to Singapore or wherever they're going for preseason next year. Those tickets are expensive, you know. So all the men that you see talk tough on their watch-alongs and criticize the club and that, they know they have to toe the line. You know, the Curtis Shaws of the world. They know if they want to be on that trip, they have to be nice. They have to go on, sit on Forever Arsenal. You know, you got to go. Turkish leaves Forever Arsenal. Then you got to go sit on Forever Arsenal and sit across from this guy.
There is not currently a better manager in world football than Mikel Arteta.
You couldn't pay me to sit on a panel with that motherfucker. There ain't no way in hell. You know? And I used to be a member of said channel, Curtis Shaw TV. You know what I'm saying? But now, man is sitting across on Forever Arsenal, and he has to listen to shit like this.
There is not currently a better manager in world football than Mikel Arteta.
Yeah, because Pep Guardiola coaches fucking NBA basketball. And Carlo Ancelotti manages golf. You know? And Jurgen Klopp is a tennis coach. And Luis Enrique plays cricket. Yeah? And Inzaghi and Simeone, you know, are college coaches. Yeah? That's what them men are on. How much do you have to pay someone to say some stupid shit like that? Emery looks like a spaz, super mix, super handsome. One crazy Spaniard to another. By that logic, Isaac is a brick, and so is Vitz. It's not great. Listen, do not talk about Florian Wirtz when KJ is in here. You might get a brick thrown at you. Talking a brick. You might get a virtual brick thrown at you. You know what I'm saying? But Boston, that's what them men are on, you know. How much you have to love Mikel to say stupid shit like that? And then the words that come out of your mouth after that, I'm supposed to take seriously. Come on, man. Jurgen got a wicked backhand. I've seen it. I was worried when I saw Arteta sit next to Kerr on one of those promotions. Right, that happened. Damn, I didn't see that. I did see Pep with Joe Mazzulla, the Celtics head coach, but then, you know, he was an NBA champion. Pep said, you know, champion talking to the champion. I respect it. Only active manager who's won the league title by his default better than the Pintox peddler. But yeah, you don't talk about verse, bro. You will get a brick thrown at you. Gyökeres is old. Yeah, he's not a child. He's 27. You know, he's not a spring chicken. He doesn't have time. We don't have time. Verts is 21. Well, Gyökeres didn't cost 116 million. You know, and 21. You know, Lamine Yamal is nowhere near 21. People, you know, so the age thing doesn't run for me with Verts. You know. Didn't he stab himself with a? Yeah, you got all the receipts. Arteta all smiles at the Emirates today. Was he? I didn't even see it. Big up Acers. I think it was Arteta's wife's company. No idea how. Oh, okay. I mean, they were in California, you know, the Bay Area, you know, LA, San Fran. It's close. You know, he was out there visiting the Conkeys. You know, it's one of them ones. Yeah, a good convo, people. Very good convo. Appreciate all of you who all checked in. Big up to all the silent listeners. Make sure that you are subbing to the channel so you can get some more of this fantastic interaction that we had. I don't expect everyone to agree with what I say. I don't expect to agree with most of the things that will be said, but we will have the conversation. And I respect the community for keeping it flowing. Keep the conversation fluid. Keep the conversation respectful. Love it. But big up, people. Like I always say, I was about to end, but I can't. Doc says, Crunk to Arsenal in the lay, so you know you're fucked if you don't win the league, right? Hey, you know you're fucked if you don't win the league, right? And grab him by the neck. Grab him by the neck and give him a good shake. But just don't put any more pressure on Arteta, because it doesn't seem like he needs more pressure. Just let him be, and at the end of it, you make a decision. But don't tell him that he needs to win or fuck off. Just let him be. Man, big up Sheldon. Big up Boston. The media outlet that platform was full jazzed Arteta. I wouldn't trust. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, big up to Wahaha, man. And yes, people. Like I always say, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.